So my friends, let's talk about the soul. Above all things, we want to make our own decisions. We do not want tyrants or lords to rule over us. But we forget there are tyrants who live within us who lord over us. And we call these inner tyrants our passions. Lust, envy, pride, jealousy, rage. These forces hold incredible power over our minds because they control us from within. And mankind has always searched for a way to master these passions so we could finally become free. And so every generation produces a batch of people who study this mess inside of us. And we call this mess our soul. And we call those students those who study the logic of the soul. And our boy Carl Jung was one of the soul logicians of his era. But he was having a problem. He was a dork, and his friends were dorks. They were all soy boy Reddit psychologists. And they wanted to study the soul without getting their hands dirty. They wanted to stand holding a clipboard, observing people who had been consumed by their passions from far away. And hanging out with them had made Jung successful, but left him neurotic, stiff, and stuck in his head. And Jung did not like this. Jung wanted to break free and get his hands dirty and discover the soul for himself. He should have been careful what he wished for. His soul caught wind of this desire and decided to oblige him. She unchained all the deep forces that live within us all, and they began erupting into Jung's life. He began hearing whispers in his own head. He started having strange moods and eerie dreams. He began seeing things. It was as if he was haunted. And he did not know what was going on. He hoped that he was just stressed because he didn't have the bravery to break free from these psychologists around him and go his own way. So he took action. He set up a lecture tour in Northern Europe and decided to leave all of these psychologists behind. But this didn't work. On his adventure, things got worse. The moods got darker, and the voices and the visions began to morph into a character he later called the Deep Spirit. And he had a very shocking revelation.
Everything you see, it's all gonna happen. Machine. It's all gonna happen. Mark of the
The Deep Spirit stood over Jung and told him, "You will rot in the gutter beside the rats, and the gutter will be your grave. You will charge for glory only to be mocked,
like how the Romans mocked the Sacred One.
Men of the past sacrificed their lives for the success of their people. Men of the past sacrificed their lust to join monasteries to forge a higher culture. For far too long, your age has enjoyed the fruits of the sacrifices of the past. For too long, your age has lauded itself
as the creator of all knowledge.
Your eyes turn away from sacrifice.
But sacrifice, the foundation stone of everything that is to come. You will not understand what is about to happen, but you will be forced to accept it.
He gave Jung a chalice.
Drink. Some things cannot be explained before they are tasted.
Jung took the chalice and drank. His throat burned. The world around him swirled, and he gasped, and gasped, and gasped, and gasped. But then a woman appeared in the darkness, and Jung stared confused until it dawned on him that he was looking at his soul. So he fell to his knees and he said, my soul, where are you? Do you hear me? I call you. Are you there? I have returned, and I am here again. I have shaken the dust of all the lands from my feet, and I have come to you. I am with you. Should I tell you everything that I have seen, experienced, and drunk in? Or do you not want to hear about all the noise of life and the world? I wandered lost through many paths, but in you I found the way. Life has led me back to you. And let us thank the life I have lived for all the happy and all the sad hours, for every joy, for every sadness. My soul, I will wander with you and ascend into my solitude.